Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Uh, we will be starting with the Sensex live expiry. It's a tricky day to say the least so far. We'll just wait for a few more users to dial in and just let me know in the comment section if you're able to hear me. Uh, just a comment in the section would be good enough for me to then start explaining what I've done so far and how I am planning to proceed from there. Okay, are we good? Santosh? Okay, so we have a price difference of 16. I'll talk about what we've done, but before that, I'm just waiting for to see if there's an adjustment here. We've set a wait of 5 ticks because I don't want the adjustments to happen very fast, and especially in Sensex because we've seen very erratic movements. If the price goes, the difference is above, yeah, and then it's when the adjustment has happened. Now the new difference is 14. And so in the up move, the puts came closer. Now we are pretty much at 1,000 points strangle, which is right at the middle. So though the day has been extremely volatile, I think the chart speaks for itself. This is what we've seen in Sensex today. And so if I have to draw a line, this is where we started the day with, and what a up move and then what a down move. And so we've had very high volatile session so far, and it's not over yet. So we are still surviving so far. I had taken a position in the morning. So when the market opened, I had taken a strangle. I'll show that as well. Let's just minimize this. Let's do a footstream and look at where we started the day with. You can see the number of adjustments here. The list is really long, but more importantly, we've survived this market. Let's see, we are looking at around 50. So 620 quantity is the quantity that I've taken so far throughout the day. Right? So I've not increased the quantity because I wanted to keep the margin under or close to 51 lakhs. Right? So if I have to show all the way down, the entry to start with was a strangle, which was on the puts 27,200. Okay, there's another adjustment that happened, which is, let me just see what was the adjustment here. So the calls came closer, and I'm going to increase this to 25. Okay, so the market is falling again, and we'll make this as 2. So in the up move, the puts came closer. In the down move, the call came closer. Right now, the logic is if there's a 22-point difference, then the adjustment should happen. So if the market starts falling down again, then the calls will come closer. So I do have a logic for getting some hedges closer. Eventually, we will look at increasing the quantity towards the last fag end of the market closing. But so far, it has been an extremely volatile day with huge swings in MTMs throughout the day. But the one thing that helped me was the price difference in the price check. I also used a spot difference today. I wanted to stay away at least 1,000 points from the spot, right? So I was using synthetic future with the spot difference to risk off my positions when my position was coming closer, especially till 11 o'clock. 11:30 is where I didn't want to come closer by 1,000 points. The ATM straddle currently is at hovering around 300. We've seen 850 right on the ATM straddle. So obviously the MTM swings was meant to happen. It's not possible to not see negative MTMs when the price of your straddle itself is doubling up. So let's look at the P&L chart. So this will also tell you a story. So initially we were able to manage in the up move. Also we were okay. Then the sudden reversal, we recovered from there, again a move. From there we were slowly recovering, and then again a move came. From there we are back to under 50. So it has been a very volatile market. A lot of times I didn't even touch the position, but still the MTM was reaching the 50 mark. So but for today, my stop loss is going to be the profit that we did yesterday, right? So we did 1.5 lakh yesterday, which is the 3% of the capital. So the max loss for today is yesterday's profit. So I'm okay to lose 1 day of profit, especially in Sensex. If it was Nifty, then we would have done 50,000. But in Sensex, because there is huge volatility, we need to have some breathing room in order to adjust the positions, especially when the premiums are spiking automatically without any underlying spot movement. So a good example was here. Right here, there was no, so this is roughly, so that as well. So roughly here. So the same position from 12:30 to 12:45 went from minus 50 to -1, and then came back to -50. So within a span of 10 minutes, without even doing too much on the position, we were seeing that the positions were, MTM was going all the way to a negative 30,000-40,000 extra on the same position, and then a reversal without touching the position. So that's why the rule that I'm following today is I'm okay to lose what was the yesterday's profit, not more than that. So let's look at the chart. The chart will tell the picture, how difficult it has been to trade today. I hope your positions are doing fine. Let me see if there's any questions, comments. No questions, no comments so far. Right now, these are around 30, still hovering around 30, 20 and 30. So we'll have to wait and watch how we proceed from here. So far, it's looking okay to me. So throughout, you can see 620 quantity is what I've taken. The 700 is for the hedges. I have taken some extra hedges. That's all, right? So all the 700s are for extra hedges. Remaining all throughout, the quantity has been 620. That was just to keep. So this is 310, 300, basically in two parts. Right? So the morning entries were little staggered. I was entering through rules, but overall, it's been a very hectic day so far. Now the idea is that it should start stabilizing. We are looking at 300 ATM starting this point of time, which is at 1,000 point away start, 700 point away triangle is giving 38. which is actually very good. 700 points away. So the idea is we now at 800 points triangle. If the market continues to fall, the calls will come closer. The market makes a reversal and starts going up, then the puts will start coming closer to the spot. What will hurt is if the premium start pricing. Looking at 273, 274, this starts going again to 400. We will definitely see again MTM touching negative of 30, 40, 45 based on how good or bad the spike is. Let me know in your comments how's your trading going so far. How did you manage the position today? Anything in particular that I should cover, or if you think I should include in my strategy, please feel to share on the chat in the comments. Using 50 lakhs right now. Obviously, the margin requirement will slightly go higher or lower based on adjustments and how far are the hedges. So, what the benchmark that I've done is 620 quantity throughout the day since the starting of the day. We've not taken or reduced from the quantity that we initially took for the 50 lakh margin, which was 620 quantity with 700 hedges. And this is the P&L graph, right? So we went slightly positive, and from there the market started doing the dance and we started dancing along with it, and that's where our graph is. It was a roller coaster ride, but so far we've managed to stay afloat with a slight negative on the capital deployed, so 0.5% on the capital deployed, and we still have good 2 hours left in the market. What I'm using is the price difference. I'm going to click on refresh so that the price value automatically adjusts to 17, because there's a decay that I could see in the price difference. So this is the column that I usually refer to. If there's a recent decay happening, both should be negative, and that's a sign that there is a slight decay slowly and steadily coming. Once the points here is roughly upwards of 4 or 5, at least 10% of the combined premium, right? So combined premium is 70. If the combined difference is close to 6 or 7, then I do a refresh so that my new value gets calculated. I've kept it 25%, since in Sensex we've seen that reversals are very often, so I want to be slightly cautious in terms of how fast I make the adjustments. I will make the adjustments only when required, and for that I've made it 25 and 2 ticks. This sometimes could result in more MTM swings, but which I'm today comfortable with because we had a very good day yesterday where we captured 3%, right? Almost a lakh 50,000 yesterday. So I'm okay to lose what I made yesterday, not more than that. So 1 day of profit is something that I usually keep a criteria of. I'm okay to lose 1 day of profit. If we see market going up, then the puts will come closer, and then the puts will be around 36 at that point of time. 35, 36 if the market continues to go up. You have to look at the current value, it's going to be roughly 35,000. So if the market closes right now and everything goes to zero, uh, the total premium that I'm capturing is 35,000. And 20,000 on the call and 15,000 on the put. So that puts me roughly in 15,000 profit. But that's only if market ends right now and everything goes to zero, which won't be the case. But it gives us a fair idea of where we are positioned so far. So if anybody is interested in the full order book in terms of wants to see of how the adjustments happen, and obviously the market, the first half has been extremely volatile. So, but just to give a summary of what I did, right? So I took a far off triangle, and uh, so even here it will show, right? So slowly the puts started coming closer from 700 to 800 to 900. And then market reversed, and that's when the calls started coming closer from 8700 to 600 to 400 to 300, all the way to 8100. And then obviously again when the market fell, I think these are hedges, so we started coming to 79,900, 79,800 again. So it was a full jigsaw puzzle today. was a roller coaster ride for sure, no doubt about it. Close to approaching break even again. So if you have to look at it from negative 1 lakh, a recovery to break even, right? So from all the way from plus 10 to negative, then again almost break even, and then back to break even. And it's not yet over, right? So we just had an adjustment. The puts came closer from at 124, from 21 to 29. Now we are at almost 700 points stranded. 400 points on the put side and 300 points. So almost 350, 350. This is where it's going to start getting tricky because there is not enough premium left to compensate in case of a big move. And that's where I think the other data, which is the option chain on the Greeks, on the Beam app, that there's a lot of information that can help us decide whether it's okay to continue like this or should we risk off. So let's look at the chart as well. Where are we? So we did break the today's low again, and then we're reversing from there. So the day's low is this now. From there we saw a reversal from 78,400, slightly going up. What I'm going to do now is, if this is greater than 300, then we are exiting. If it goes, we'll exit half. Yeah, we should do that. If it goes above 300, then I'm exiting half. So we'll exit along with the hedges. This, so this is to safeguard, right? If there's a big move and if the combined premium goes above 300, I will exit half position and I'll look at entering at a better price again. We are currently here, so quite possible a 200-point up move comes in. Not अगर आपको हम लोग जो कर रहे हैं लाइव वो अच्छा लग रहा है तो प्लीज सपोर्ट अस बाय लाइकिंग, शेयरिंग दिस विथ योर fellow traders. ट्रेडिंग ऑलरेडी बहुत स्ट्रेसफुल है और लाइव में करना इस मेक्स इट 10 times more stressful when your every move is being watched in live market. और ये लाइव है, पेपर ट्रेडिंग नहीं है। उसका मैं आपको प्रूफ देने के लिए आई शो माई पोजिशंस ऑन माई ब्रोकर टर्मिनल एज वेल. दिस इज द positions here with the filtering of Sensex. Let it refresh please. रिफ्रेश कर लेता हूँ ताकि विल डू Sensex. तो दिस इज अराउंड 7,000 एंड यहाँ पे भी अभी ऑलमोस्ट वही वैल्यूशन. तो आई एम नॉट आई एम वॉकिंग द टॉक राइट. मैं करके दिखा रहा हूँ, मैं ना ही सिर्फ बता रहा हूँ कि ऐसे होता है. एक अकाउंट पे 50 लाख से लाइव में ट्रेड करके दिखा रहा हूँ. और किसी को ऑर्डर बुक चाहिए तो आई शेयर द ऑर्डर बुक ऑल्सो. एंड इट्स नॉट नथिंग इज हिडन राइट. MTM स्विंग्स है आज की तारीख में, लेकिन एंड ऑफ द डे एंड रिजल्ट क्या आ रहा है. MTM स्विंग्स को मैं अवॉइड कर ही नहीं सकता था. देयर इज नो चांस कि इसको मैं पूरे टाइम पॉजिटिव रखूँ. कितनी भी कोशिश कर लूँ वो पॉसिबल ही नहीं था. उसके लिए फिर मुझे अनवांटेड रिस्क लेना पड़ता. मैं डायरेक्शनल ट्रेड नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं नॉन डायरेक्शनल ट्रेड कर रहा हूँ. Okay, so in this up move, the calls 132, sorry, the puts, right? So yeah, the puts came closer. So हमारा डिफरेंस मूव मेट हो गया और पुट्स पास में आ गए. सो नाउ द डिफरेंस इज 21. तो प्राइस डिफरेंस की वैल्यू अब 21 है. मैं इस टाइम पे आई विल बी वेरी कॉशियस क्योंकि मैं बहुत ज़्यादा पास में आ चुका हूँ स्पॉट के. इतना पास मैं कंफर्टेबल नहीं हूँ अगर डेटा कुछ और बता रहा होगा तो. या इट्स अब हम थोड़ा सा कॉशियस अप्रोच लेने की कोशिश करेंगे. हमने ये तो 300 रखा था, इसको हम अब 275 कर रहा हूँ. आधी पोजीशन काट दूंगा. ऑब्वियसली कोई बड़ा मूव आएगा तो IV स्पाइक आएगा, प्रीमियम्स बढ़ेंगे, दूसरी साइड कॉम्पनसेट नहीं करेगी. तो कंबाइंड प्रीमियम अगर 275 के ऊपर गया है, दैट इटसेल्फ इज अ बिग साइन सेइंग कि अब मुझे आधी पोजीशन काट लेनी चाहिए. फिर वापस एंट्री ले सकते हैं. वी कैन ऑलवेज टेक एंट्री जब लगे कि नहीं अब ठीक है, अब वर्थ है एंटर ले करना. एजेस आर 1300 पॉइंट्स एंड रफली 1200 पॉइंट्स है. 1800 पॉइंट्स. अच्छा एजेस है अभी दूर काफी. एजेस पास में आ सकते हैं. and the put I'm gonna make it 3 रुपये. 3 रुपये से ज़्यादा कम नहीं. Okay, coming to break even again. ऑनलाइन अगर कमेंट्स देखेंगे तो बहुत ही नेगेटिव चल रहा है कि क्या ट्रेडिंग चल रही है, क्या मार्केट चल रहा है. पीपल आर क्विटिंग इंट्राडे एंड माई सेल्फ थिंकिंग कि So okay, let me see. Combined VWAP is the first time I'm getting a request. We'll see अगर कर सकते होंगे तो we can add it. Combined VWAP for it for the position. Okay, so the market is again going on the downside. Let's see the chart. I'll keep the chart here so that okay. So in the down move, the calls came closer now. Calls यहाँ पे आपको दिखेगा कि calls अब पास आ गए हैं. Now the difference of 20 points पे it will again bring the calls closer. From 700 से 600 पे आ जाएंगे. इस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम मैं बहुत जल्दी पास में नहीं आना चाहता क्योंकि मेरे पास अभी बफर है. मैं ब्रेक इवन के पास में हूँ, सो थोड़ा सा रिस्क ले सकता हूँ मैं क्योंकि मुझे स्ट्रैडल पे अभी नहीं आना है 230 से पहले, क्योंकि फिर उसको मैनेज करने के लिए इट्स गोना बी ट्रिकी. सेंसेक्स में स्ट्रैडल अगर पॉइंट्स ऑलमोस्ट 200 के आसपास आ चुका है स्ट्रैडल, तो 200 के आसपास का स्ट्रैडल सेंसेक्स में मैनेज करना ऑन अ डे लाइक दिस वुड बी अ नाइटमेयर. So I'll rather come to a straddle only around 230, not before that. Actually, अभी तो जो मुझे लग रहा है that is think of going further away. 300 पॉइंट दूर इसमें और दूर इसमें. मार्केट इज स्टिल गिविंग. फिर से ब्रेक डाउन हो रहा है मार्केट में एंड कॉल्स गॉट एडजस्टेड अगेन. सो वी बैक टू 47 and 70. This is where the risk increases considerably, and I am not willing to take that much of risk. हमने सुबह से अच्छा मैनेज किया है. We'll try to keep it that way. We are taking a call to risk off completely. Yeah. Okay. So now we are at 77,900 and 70. Just do a refresh, and it says 10 points. I'm gonna make it 25 and leave it here. तो अभी मार्केट में बहुत टाइम है. अभी दो बड़े मूव आ गए एंड देन वी आर बैक टू -50 -70 एंड देन वहाँ से फिर स्ट्रगल करना. इससे अच्छा आई रादर ब्रिंग द पोजीशन क्लोजर जब ज़रूरत होगी तब. मेक इट 20%, क्योंकि अब मैं दूर हूँ, मुझे चलेगा पास आना. मैं रफली 50 लाख की है. 620 क्वांटिटी सुबह से चल रही है. 700 हेजेस सुबह से चल रही है. कॉल्स को अब हम पास में लेके तभी आएंगे, ठीक है, जिसको अभी टाइम में पास आना. यूजुअली मेरा थंब रूल है कि आई डोंट टेक हेजेस मोर देन 10% ऑफ द वैल्यू ऑफ द पोजीशन दैट आई हैव सोल्ड. राइट. अभी ऑब्वियसली हमने रिस्क ऑफ मैनुअली किया है, इसलिए इसको ऐसे ही चलने देंगे. अभी मैं हेजेस को टच नहीं कर रहा. It's more about surviving this market than trying to make money, because if you survive a market like this, a day like this today, तो पैसा बन जाएगा इवेंचुअली. प्रॉब्लम ये होती है ऐसे दिन हमारा बहुत नुकसान हो जाता है और फिर उसको ड्रॉडाउन से निकलने में काफ़ी दिन लग जाते हैं. तो अगर ऐसे दिन हम मान लीजिए ब्रेक इवन पे भी बंद होते हैं तो या माइनर नेगेटिव में भी बंद होते हैं, तो फॉर मी, मैं सिर्फ अपने बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ, तो आई विल बी वेरी हैप्पी. आई फील लाइक कि और अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ मिलेगी मार्केट में पैसा कमाने की. ओके. कुछ सवाल नहीं है, नो कमेंट्स। क्या हो गया, सब शॉक में है? सेंसेक्स में सबको हिला दिया। Okay, synthetic futures and its use. So you'll see synthetic future is, you look at an ATM straddle. अभी 78,400 का है, zero is my ATM, right? So 78,400, you add the call price and subtract the put price. That becomes your synthetic future. You can do that with ATM -1, -2. Usually I prefer doing it at ATM itself. तो ATM का जो कॉल का प्राइस है, जिस प्राइस पे चल रहा है, माइनस पुट का जो प्राइस चल रहा है, आप उसमें जो स्ट्राइक ले रहे हैं, अगर आप 78,300 ले रहे हैं, देन टेक 78,300। जस्ट अ सेकेंड, देयर इज एन एडजस्टमेंट, हमारा कॉल नीचे पास में आ गया, कॉल इज नाउ क्लोजर एंड द न्यू वैल्यू इज 9, इज फाइन। So all you have to do is pick a strike, take the ATM, mostly try to pick something which is closer to the ATM -1, -2, which is 100 points, 200 points, 300 points. Roughly the value will come very close to the value that you look for ATM. उस strike में call का premium add करिए और put का premium subtract करिए. That will give you the synthetic future. Now synthetic future is basically where, especially on an expiry, what is the market telling, what is the prices telling. प्राइस बता रहा है कि मार्केट थोड़ा नीचे जाने की गुंजाइश रखता है, राइट? सो दैट्स व्हाई इट्स एट अ डिस्काउंट फ्रॉम द स्पॉट. द पुट्स आर मोर एक्सपेंसिव एंड द कॉल्स आर चीपर, एंड दैट्स व्हाई सिंथेटिक फ्यूचर इज एट अ डिस्काउंट फ्रॉम द स्पॉट itself. So you can use that to gauge the direction of the market. Most of the time you the spot will follow synthetic, right? Vice versa. ऐसा मेरे ऑब्जर्वेशंस में है. आई कुड बी कम्प्लीटली रॉन्ग, बट फ्रॉम व्हाट आई हैव नोटिस्ड इज वो प्रीमियम पुट का ज़्यादा है फॉर अ रीज़न. समबडी इज नॉट विलिंग टू पे अ लेसर प्राइस व्हेन सेलिंग इट, एंड दैट्स व्हाई इट्स स्लाइटली एक्सपेंसिव, एंड दैट्स व्हाई द फ्यूचर वैल्यू इज डिस्काउंटेड. अभी मैं ऑब्वियसली सिंथेटिक फ्यूचर को कुछ कहीं यूज़ नहीं कर रहा हूँ. मैं सुबह यूज़ कर रहा था फॉर स्पॉट डिफरेंस, बिकॉज तब मुझे सिंथेटिक फ्यूचर को देख के एडजस्टमेंट करने थे, ना कि स्पॉट को, बिकॉज प्राइस का मूवमेंट पहले हो जाता है कई बार स्पॉट के मूवमेंट से. सो प्राइस वॉज टेलिंग द पिक्चर इवन बिफोर द स्पॉट मूव्ड. सो उन इंस्टेंसेस में सिंथेटिक फ्यूचर काफ़ी काम आता है. शिवम जी, सॉरी, आपको डू यू हैव एनी फॉलो अप क्वेश्चन? डू यू वांट मी टू कवर एनीथिंग एल्स ऑन टॉप ऑफ दिस? Okay, the day low has been broken again. Yes, back to going down in the downward spiral. Okay, so the spot difference is basically what it means is I need to stay away from the spot when the spot is, let's say, 1,000 points closer to my strike. So if the market is falling down, I want to maintain the distance between the position that I have and the spot, or synthetic future for that matter. So if the market falls down and I have a spot difference, then the puts will risk off. If the market is going up, then the calls will risk off. So spot difference can be used to shift your position when that when the market is moving towards your position. That's all. ऊपर जाते हुए मार्केट में कॉल्स दूर जाएंगे, गिरते हुए मार्केट में पुट्स दूर जाएंगे. And you can use both. So I can use spot difference and price difference and price check. There's no limitation on how many you can use at a time. इट्स जस्ट दैट आपका स्टाइल ऑफ ट्रेडिंग क्या है। कई लोग पास आना चाहते हैं, कई लोग पास आना चाहते हैं, साथ साथ में दूर भी जाना चाहते हैं एक टाइम के बाद, तो उनके लिए स्पॉट डिफरेंस भी काम करेगा। तो बाय डिफॉल्ट द आरएमएस फॉर टुडे इज यस्टरडेज प्रॉफिट। तो अगर यस्टरडे का प्रॉफिट टच हुआ सेंसेक्स में, द ओनली प्रॉब्लम दैट आई सी इन सेंसेक्स इज सेम पोजीशन पे इफ यू आर सिटिंग, let's say when you take an entry in a straddle which is 400, I've seen that 400 become 500 even when there's no spot movement, right? तो उसमें हिट लेने का कोई फायदा नहीं है। So that's why the implied RMS which I will set here is negative 1,50,000 which was yesterday's profit। तो कल का प्रॉफिट जाएगा, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं। वैसे मैंने काफ़ी हाई सेट कर दिया इसको, मेरे को दिस इज जस्ट मी ट्राइंग टू प्रोटेक्ट माई सेल्फ इन केस कुछ बहुत वियर्ड हो गया और मुझे निकलना पड़ा। बट आई हैव वन लेवल ऑफ प्रोटेक्शन यहाँ पे एटीएम स्ट्रैडल। ऐसा पॉसिबल ही नहीं है कि मार्केट बहुत बड़ा मूव करे और एटीएम स्ट्रैडल का स्ट्राइक 275 टच ना करे, तब हमारी पोजीशन एग्जिट हो जाए, कम से कम हाफ तो एग्जिट हो जाए। तो यस यू कैन डू दैट राइट। सो इफ यू डोंट वांट अलाउ इन द मनी को अनचेक कर दीजिए, तो स्पॉट डिफरेंस में इट वोंट लेट यू गो इन द मनी। if you are okay to go in the money, let's say by 100 points, then you leave call as 100 and allow in the money is 100। तो इन द मनी आपकी स्ट्राइक चली गई 100 पॉइंट्स तक, तब तक चलेगा, उसके बाद वो शिफ्ट कर जाएगा। तो यू हैव बोथ द ऑप्शंस। अगर आपको इतना दूर रहना है, आपका कोई पोजीशन यहाँ पर है बीच में सेंटर में है आपका स्ट्राइक, तो अगर ऊपर जा रहा है तो आपका अपने आप दूर जा रहा है। अगर आपने अलाउ इन द मनी अनचेक कर रखा है तो आप इन द मनी कभी जाएंगे ही नहीं। एन एडजस्टमेंट ना, हम लोग का पुट्स इस अप मूव में पास आ गए। सो नाउ द पुट इज सिटिंग एट नाउ वी आर अराउंड 400 पॉइंट्स ट्रायंगल अगेन। मार्केट ने एक्चुअली खास कुछ किया नहीं, हम दूर गए थे, दूर से अब पास आ गए वापस। एमटीएम वहीं का वहीं है, कहीं कुछ खास मूवमेंट नहीं हुआ है मार्केट में। इसको मैं 25 पॉइंट करके छोड़ देता हूँ। हम आएंगे जब 11 पॉइंट का डिफरेंस होगा। अगर ये मूव कंटिन्यू रहा, अब मूव फॉर 5 कंसेक्यूटिव टिक्स, तब मेरा पुट पास में आएगा, क्योंकि मुझे पुट में थोड़ा पास लाने में अभी फिर भी थोड़ा कंसर्न है। इसमें कि 30 अब जल्दी पास नहीं आ रहा, क्योंकि हम 800 पॉइंट के स्ट्रैंगल में बैठे हैं, 400 पॉइंट दूर है। एटीएम स्ट्रैडल ऑलरेडी 195 200 के आसपास आ चुका है। जल्दी पास आने का कोई मतलब नहीं है अभी। एवरेज में भी बहुत अच्छा डिके आ चुका है वापस। ओके, आई टेक अ 15 मिनट ब्रेक एंड 1 घंटा हो गया हमें लाइव आए। हम ऑलमोस्ट 1 बजे से आए थे, 2 बजने आ गई है। वी हैव एक रिक्वेस्ट है मेरी जाने से पहले, अगर इफ़ यू लाइकिंग दिस स्ट्रीम, just do give us a feedback by a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you don't like it, do a down arrow. If you like it, do a thumbs up. uh, just give us your feedback so that कमेंट था मैं पढ़ने से पहले, आई डिडंट रीड दैट कमेंट, 1 सेकेंड। 15 minutes break. Seen any okay, looks like there's no adjustment so far. The last adjustment was at 157. So right before me stepping away, there was an adjustment, and there is no adjustment since then. Premium decay has been wonderful. So wow, that's very good. Let's do a refresh here. This comes to 7. At this point of time, I'll see if I want to come to straddle, right? We are approaching the 230 mark. Obviously, this is not going to give me any meaningful return. We are looking to take some risk now, since we are at break even after all the movements that we've seen. So yeah, I think time to take some risk. I'm gonna just uncheck this and bring my calls closer. Do a refresh here, and that's 8. That's good enough. That's a we brought our calls closer to 78,600, but we still have. I'll make it 10 now. I don't want to bring the puts closer very soon. Right? We'll bring the puts closer only if market gives us direction of slight up movement. It is possible though. Yeah, it is happening. So our puts will come closer, which is completely okay, because I'm okay to take slightly more risk now. Let's look at our hedges. I want to see if hedges are, yeah, we'll take the hedge only when it's under 3. We'll bring the hedges closer only at that point of time. So far so good. We are using, okay, the quantity has been 620. It's just that the margin requirement slightly goes up or down. So this much is fine. If the uptrend continues, the puts will again come closer, which is the case now, and the puts are now closer, right? So we brought the calls closer manually, and then market gave an uptrend, and that's when my puts are now closer, and we are now sitting at 2020, roughly 2020 on the. So we are now close to a triangle, which is 400 points away. That's all. So we are 200 points away from the spot. We are approaching the 230 mark. So we'll have to wait and watch how the market reacts from here. ATM straddle is now 150. We've seen 800 today and 30 upwards of that. And from there we've come to 150 mark, and last 1 hour left the market. We'll have to wait and watch what the last 1 hour holds. So far it's looking okay. If the up move continues, the puts will again come closer, which is not something that I want to do very fast, right? So that's why I'm changing it to 15. I'll rather keep this at 40% now and do a refresh. So that will be 15 again. This I'm gonna make it 220 now. 222. We are exiting all the positions if the ATM straddle goes above 222. The reason I changed it to 15 is the puts were actually quite expensive. So if I come closer, then I'll have to again risk off, right? A slight reversal, and we'll end up risking off again on the put side or bringing our calls closer. So in order to avoid that extra adjustment, I've made sure that we do the adjustment only when there's a 15-point gap between the call and the put prices. Okay, finally, after good, I think from 9:30 I haven't seen a green. So the PNL finally going to green for a fraction of seconds. And we get some hedges, which is fine. I'll just remove the hedges here. My MTM. Okay, so the up move may continue. If it continues, the puts will come closer. At that point of time, you'll notice the puts will also be at the same price as the calls. That was the whole idea of making it 15. So not doing unnecessary adjustment itself is important, right? Because every adjustment is going to cost us brokerage, government charges, and slippage to some extent. Let's see if there's any questions. So I've decided to use only 50 lakhs. Right? So throughout this live sessions, I'm doing 50 lakh, around 50 lakhs, right? So that's why I'm not increasing any quantity. I'm okay, right? To just show that with 50 lakhs also, there is a possibility to make a meaningful return in this market. So throughout the day, we have been trading only with 620 quantity. Right? It's not that I've increased the quantity when there was a spike or reduced the quantity when there was a loss. Nothing of that sort. We've stayed with 620 quantity and 700 hedges since 9:15. It should be better now. I think there was some disturbance. So okay, I just found out that there is issue with the internet connection in the office. So that continues. I'll switch the internet and then try. But for now, I'm gonna stay as it is. There seems to be some internet issue with the in the office, so that's why you may see some issues with the disconnection of the voice. But the good part is I am running this on a VM. I'm not running it on my PC. Right? So even if, let's say, I switch my internet, or if my internet even goes down, I can continue to run this from a different device. Since the rules that I have are running on a cloud server, a dedicated cloud server with its own internet and power. ATM started finally giving up most of it. ATM started finally giving up 136. So the calls came down, made sure that the weight is 1 now, and the refresh so that it was 11 points. Now 15 points, roughly 3 point away on either side, very close to becoming a start if there's any movement. Remember, if we break the day's low again, this could become, should not be breaking the day's low. With such low premium, 100-point candle would be brutal. Premiums are now on 100. We are heading towards the news that want to bring our closer to price. That doesn't happen. We close day, let's say the market closes right now, we're looking at roughly around 22,000 range. The profit is 0.4% of our. Let the hedges here, it's going to take a while. It's very close, it's just 200. This one we should be able to get a. Okay, we got the hedges here. Around 28. We are approaching the day's low. That's why the premiums have spiked again a bit. But So the difference column is very important. You can see here. So from 17 18, right? So the price was around 17 and 18. Hello. Yeah. Had a slight move. At 12 points. Okay, last 45 minutes left in the market. See how best we can capture from here on. Okay. Yeah, I was actually trying to figure out some issues in office. So in middle of that and in middle of live trade with Sensex. So why am I willing to take 1,50,000 loss? I won't go there. But for the users who join now, there is one setting that I've done, which is I will make this as 150 now. If the maximum premium of TM straddle goes above 150, I am out of the position. Right? So that way I'm protected. Now the next thing to check is, let's forget the charts now. Now the price will tell everything. So I'm only going to look at the price, take a call. Up, what is the current value, right? So we can make 12,000 if we stay in the current position as of now, right? We do a refresh and see this is now 9 points. We have almost 12 minutes before we get into the averaging. With 75 point straddle, it's not worth taking that much of. Right? So only if the market makes me come to a straddle, I will. Right? If it's not forcing me to bring my position to a straddle, I'm not going to bring my position to a straddle. So looks like if the market continues to go down, which it is currently doing, uh, we will bring our position to almost a triangle which is 100 points away. The calls are 13 and puts are 17 if the adjustment happens right now, which is fine. We've played for good 5 hours, so let's continue to manage this with the discipline that we've tried to follow. Now it's tricky, right? 21 and 30. Now if I bring it closer sooner, okay, wow. Saw that candle, and this continues. Suddenly there was a huge jump. It's amazing. That's why it's Sensex. You have to be very. If it goes to 150, I'm exiting. Right? That's the deal. I'm not gonna bet on. Exactly. The IVs are increasing. The market is looks like it can make a move. Now we are pretty much at a triangle, which is 100 points triangle. So days worth of effort can be ruined in Sensex in minutes. Not do anything irrational. We'll bring it to points. If it's a 25-point difference between two, then we are looking at a strangle, straddle, not before that. Extremely tricky market, extremely tricky situations. My gut feeling is saying I should just exit this position. We'll just take this hedge. Got my hedge closer. The put side doesn't look like they're going down. Wish I had an answer that it's gonna. Wish I knew that it's gonna end between 200 300. Else I would deploy all my capital right now. Unfortunately, uh, nobody knows. I'm gonna be. ATM straddle prices are going up. If it goes above 150, we are out of the trade. We'll exit half first. Okay, last 10 minutes. Sensex. All you need is one mistake, and then it can take away your day's worth of effort. I'm not gonna let that happen, hopefully. But it takes a toll. Right? It's very stressful, not easy. And try doing it in live market. Why you don't see my PNL? It's negative 1000. So this is the PNL right here, negative 3000, 4000. It's visible, right? Yeah. If you haven't liked the video, at least do your part where if you're liking the effort that we're putting in and you're liking what you see, uh, please do give us your feedback. Yeah, you're right. I should not be seeing. Let's hide it. Perfect. Let's hide the PNL. We look at the PNL around 350. Good idea. It impacts how we trade, right? When we keep looking at PNL. So that's a good suggestion. I avoid looking at it. Look at what this bringing our edges closer. Margin is roughly 46. I'm not adding more. Not in Sensex, not the way it is trading today. Maybe towards the last 15-20 minutes, I may consider, but not right now. We look at, I don't want to look at the chart at this point. We just look at the data. Thing has happened. Chain. If the adjustment happens, then I would not be doing 30%, keep at least 50%. We've said a weight of 5 ticks. I'm going to uncheck the P&L. I have the P&L through this 150. Okay, I got some hedges. I'm going to accept this. So I'm trying to minimize the risk in case say, something goes down horribly. And since my hedges are closer, at least I know the amount of risk there is in the. Still try and bring it closer than the 2 rupees. Why, man? Why prepare for a Black Monday? You never know. And it's not good that the market falls, right? It impacts so many people. Not something to be happy about. A lot of people rely on stock market. A lot of people have invested heavily in this market. They want this market to go up. Okay. Will this market break down today? We are touching 1,000 points though. We are touching negative 1,000 points. ATM straddle is roughly around 100. The IVs are still under around 20. The point synthetic and spot are now completely in sync. Hardly any difference. We have 41 users currently watching. An humble request, please take 5 seconds and like the video, share it, and your fellow traders. I will seriously consider to come online or not going forward based on the feedback that we receive, because this is definitely very stressful, not something that I want to continue doing if it's not fruitful for our users. Now the premiums are pretty much same point. We are right in the middle. So 25 is what we're looking at. If I do a refresh, this is 4, which is okay. Don't want to get into an saddle with 2 more minutes left. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Abad. Both side hedges are quite far. Bring them close. Now, We look at what we did throughout the day before closing the day, and looks like we are seeing a strength now. Now our stabilizes. We are at the mind get about everything else, the bare minimum, which is right the start of our averaging. The ATM straddle is around 77. 150 is still okay. At half 5 because the market is moving way too much. Focus on 4. Okay, looks like market is going down. That happens, we are going into an inverted. Yeah, we are into an inverted now. This point of time, only thing I can do is 125, 120. Hit down on the market right now. Okay, Sensex, what do you have in mind? This is where the problem is. Can't trust. Uh, um, need to see a red candle now because the synthetic future is going at 134, 130, 40. This is where the trickiness will come in. They're inverted again, 125. Don't see a amazing, amazing. Right when we move, decides to do a reversal again. brutal to say the least. Wow. Okay, 5 ticks, right? Then the tick mark. Now it should, and it's not over yet. Yes, it's not over yet. What a bad timing, right? We moved our puts closer and the market reversed right there, right at the same point. I think day's effort is gone down the drain, the kind of move. No, no, please don't follow me. My risk appetite is way high. Not everybody's risk appetite is as high as mine. Only 7 minutes though. That's the problem right now. Can't even predict where the averaging is going to come down to. With 100-point candles becoming norm, extremely difficult to. Okay, now it's an up move. No, with Sensex, the problem is we can always write a code and say where the averaging is, but it's not meaningful because a 100-point candle throws the average really off. So it is Sensex, if it is Nifty, the value is going to be very close. And we don't need to calculate. The synthetic future gives us a fair idea around where the value is going to be. The problem is the 100-point candles. Just look at this candle, right? We went all the way from 78,000 to 78,100 and then we back again. It's just amazing. Okay, so 12 minutes and still not clear on which way it's looking. Hold our horses and we'll make this 110. First 110. Okay, mind blowing. No point staying in this. Have to shift at 100. Isn't this can you beat it? 17 minutes into averaging. Still, we've touched 50. We haven't looked at P&L yet. We look at the P&L once the expiry, then we say it's done. I have no clue what the MTM is. There's still 12 minutes left. Done enough. Seen that in the past. Now we're seeing up candle. I doubt if I'm in green. No, I don't think so. It can be in green. I'm not expecting myself to be. I have to see how bad the red is. No, no, no. Let's wait for the last 5 minutes. I'll show the P&L if we have 20 likes. Let's see where are we. How about that? If you haven't liked and you want to look at the P&L, I'm gonna bribe now people. No, no. That's 16. Eh, wow, what an up move again. Can you beat it? Mind blowing. 47 users are still watching for the last. Thank you, Tarapeda. I think means a lot. You've ended in green today in this market means that you're doing what is right. The tool is just an enabler, I think. Because trading with discipline. That's what it is. Okay, do the reverse now. Less than 50, then buy. So I'll start exiting if it goes this the put side. Should we just leave it? Now there are 2 points. Let's not play around. There's nothing much now. Okay, nothing much. Okay, we got 20 likes. Let's see the P&L. Okay, we are at break even. I was not expecting that. We are at break even, and what a day we've had. Let's look at the P&L chart. Okay, so I think we touched minus 30 in the averaging. We were upwards of 5,000. From there, we went to minus 30. And then we managed again, went to minus 25. And now we are roughly at break even. And close it at straight green then? What do you say? Oh God, what a day it was. What a day, right? So just to summarize, this is the chart that you're looking at for the day, right? Started the day with slight positive on a strangle, quite far off. That's why I was okay, right? Slightly went to positive, but then market decided to do dance, and then we danced along. We went all the way to -1. From there, again recovered, came close to break even, back to -1, close to -25, -70, then -10. Roughly right before averaging, we were in plus of 7-8,000, roughly upwards of 5,000 at least. And then the averaging made us do a lot of dance, a lot of adjustments, but we eventually came out with close to break even. For me, it's a good result doing this in live with the amount of stress that everybody gives with their chats. But thank you so much. I think we got a lot of support today. A lot of users have liked what we're doing. We will evaluate whether we want to continue this going forward, coming live every day or not. So looks like we are getting some amount of support in this live sessions. So we'll have to internally discuss and then decide. So far, what a roller coaster ride that Sensex has given to us. Just to show, I have never, so in the last 30 minutes, I crossed 620 quantity. Right? If somebody wants to access my order book, I'll upload that as well. But we started the day right at the open. I took entries slowly, but my majority of the quantity was already in by 9:18. And then from 9:32 onwards, the adjustment started. You can look at it that we moved. The first adjustment was from 81,000 to 80,800, and on the put side we were at 77,500, and then we came to 77,400. We came to 77,500. So that's from the start, right? And we've kept 620 quantity, 700 hedges. That kept slightly higher quantity on the hedges, which we eventually utilized towards the last back end of the expiry, last 20 minutes, where we went from 620 to 740 points. Last 3 minutes left, so nothing doing here. Will start squaring off my position with limit orders of if you haven't subscribed to our channel, you will notice a lot of videos coming in, a lot of content now getting uploaded, especially for this market. So please do subscribe to the channel. If you want to try it out for free, you can try out using the offer that TradeGenie is currently running, where you get 1 month free subscription on your TradeGenie account for TradeFlow. Uh, all the features are supported. The version that you are currently looking at is the one which contains IV and Delta, which is currently in testing. This is coming out specifically because TradeGenie agreed to share the live data on a 15-second update interval. So the IVs will come on every. That's all. If you have any questions, if anything specific you want me to cover in the last 5 minutes, I will be more than happy to do that. I am not concerned about the charges, honestly speaking. A day like this, if I can do a break even if it's a 10,000, 20,000 charge, I am completely okay to pay, because the days when I'm making money, I'm making decent money. Thank you, Tirupati ji. So we've shared the details on how you can open the TradeGenie account. You can try that out. I'm showing my PNL now. I had hidden the PNL because it impacts the way we trade, right? So I didn't want that to happen to me. And now I'm going to start exiting one. That's all we have for today. So let me cancel this open order. I will show that on the account as well. It's not a paper trade, it's a live trade with live positions. Let's do a filtering on Sensex. And this is the 2374. We are pretty much break even. Just share this. Well, maybe after it takes 5 minutes after the market is closed. Then. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Okay, there's a question. How is IV calculated? So the broker agreed to share the data with us, with TradeFlow platform, on a 15-second interval. So that's why we are getting the live data from TradeGenie for the IV calculations. They are publishing it to us. And that's what we are testing in this current build. So the existing users don't see IV or Delta. We are working with the broker to support the request of many users to display IV. We are introducing rules on IV, right, which is coming in the next release. So you'll be able to exit positions when the IV is above a certain level, or enter position when the IV is below a certain level, stuff like that. Okay. I hope everybody had a decent day. Maybe even a better day than what I've had today. But I'm really happy. So my target was that if I lose yesterday's profit, which was 3%, which was 1.5 lakh in the Nifty expiry, that was my maximum loss that I was willing to take today. Luckily, we're not even close to that. We are close to break even. In a day like this, I think this is a decent outcome for myself. If you have any questions, please reach out to us on our WhatsApp numbers. You can check out our website. It's tradeflow.in. Take a look. We have all the content on website as well, so you can check that out. We have all the content, all the videos here. If you haven't subscribed, I would highly recommend you to go and subscribe. If I can take the plans here, you can look at the pricing and the details. Okay, thank you so much, and we'll catch you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.